just pump that straight in the woods. Some days it's just not there. Ouch. We're bleeding. Literally. We're bleeding. And we're back for the third installment of Breaking 66 at Pecan Hollow. I cruised through the first two sets of tees with a 63 and a 64 respectively, so today we're on the third tee box, the silver tees from 6,100 yards. And if things were easy the first couple times around, they are about to get more difficult. If you stop by to see mistake-free golf, then this ain't it. But there are lessons to be learned, including resetting expectations, so stick around. The first hole is a short par 4, but one of the narrower tee shots. It's a great opportunity to jump right out the gates, driver in hand. We're gonna try something new. I'll talk strategy as we navigate the round in real time. Let me know in the comments what you want to see in these videos so I can fine-tune the channel. A little bit down the right-hand side, but hit hard and off we go. Gonna need at least 6 birdies. After not the best drive in the world, we got 77 yards. Turns more or less in the middle. Knock it up there. Run it with a birdie putt. On shots like this to start the round, you'll really take anything on the putting surface. Not trying to be too greedy, just easing into the round. Good distance control, but I hit that just a little bit deep on this green from 77, but that's a pretty good shot for a distance I'm not comfortable with. You're going to hear that a few times on this day. From this tee box, I left myself a lot of shots from 70-ish yards, being less than a full swing. I did not have that distance dialed. That's a little meat on the bone. Right in. If you want to go low, you're going to have to be clean on these short putts. Certainly can't give any away. Par. The second hole doglegs right with some real trouble down the left-hand side. If you can't fade it, you have to go right. All right, hole 2, playing about 350 yards, dead into the wind. Silver tees actually make this hole a little bit easier because now I can actually get driver up over those trees that are on the right-hand side of the fairway. This is an intimidating shot, and I've got to commit to hitting over those trees. A block will put you in jail, but it gives you a chance. A pull is dead, so pick your poison. Can't see the ball down. Yeah, that was well struck down the left-hand side. Should be position A. I like it. As far right as I started that drive, I still end up on the left-hand side of the fairway, but a perfect drive. 78, that's almost the exact yardage I had on the first hole. This pin towards the back. 2 holes, 2 uncomfortable yardages, but with the pin in the back, I have to be a little conservative here and make sure I find the surface. Not off, a little toey, so that's going to come up just a little bit short, but it's going to be the uphill putt that I asked for, so good look on number 2. Let's go. Oh man, that was actually well short. Into the wind, a little conservative, worried about hitting it long. See, there's not a lot of room behind that pin, so naturally a little toey and left it short. So good long putt for birdie. Obviously I'd like to be more aggressive, but if it's not a good number, it's not a good number. The name of the game is greens. Hit as many greens as you can. I can work on 70 to 80 yards later to make it more comfortable. That was another lag putt that was fairly lackluster. Left a little meat on the bone, but make the putt. No blood yet. Big save on the second hole, can't afford to drop strokes. In any round, it is important to stay patient. You can't force scores, it doesn't work. Third hole, 500-yard par 5. Definitely a scoreable one downwind. Need a birdie here. And as soon as I say it doesn't work, I'm already score focused. The course has only 3 par 5s, so it feels like you have to take advantage of them when you need 6 birdies to reach the goal. I like to try to cut this corner and heavily favor the right as it is more open. Can't say I've ever hit a ball that far right on this hole, but it's the first time for everything. Might make it interesting to go for it too. Alright, we got 216, but we are so far to the right. These trees are right in the way. I'm gonna have to go up and over, so just a gap wedge laying up. Unfortunate for the first par 5 of the day. But can't force a score. If you are going to lay up, make sure you lay up. It's too easy to take too much club and get yourself into trouble. It's out there in the middle of the fairway. Really all I could do after a 4 tee shot. 76 yards, that seems to be the number. I better get good at it. This is downwind. Probably the same shot I just hit would be pretty good. Anytime you have a wedge into the green, it just feels like you should score. But pros don't always hit it as close as you think, and the most important thing is to just keep giving yourself putts. Ever so slightly heavy. Which threw that left. But because of that, it bounced more. A little bit of a rollout, and I think we're sitting pretty. Even with better players, golf is a game of misses. I did not flush that wedge, and I'm still rewarded with just 4 feet for birdie. You can hear the wind whipping, and I'm trying to figure out if it is going to affect this putt that I have as left edge. Anytime there's doubt, it's best to back off and reset so you can fully commit. I'm proud of the reset, but the ball just didn't break. I know that's a big missed opportunity, but still a par. I really can't believe the ball didn't break. My intuition that the wind gusting would be a factor seemed correct, so I'll hit it again. And sure enough, that ball slides a bunch. Good read, bad result, that's golf. On to the next. Just a lousy par. I'm gonna have to fight through a little bit of mental demons today, because I stood on the first tee thinking I wasn't gonna get it done today. Through 3 holes, digging myself a bit of a hole. So I gotta reset, mentally be better, and try to go do it. Can't step out here thinking you're gonna fail or you'll fail. Words of wisdom. So easy to say, yet so hard to do. Be a goldfish, forget the miss. 4th hole was 335 straight into the wind. I'm gonna try to hug the left. I gotta start making birdies at an unexpected places. Even in this moment, I'm thinking about score way too early. Hit a good shot and let the score happen. Pressing never helps. Mission 1 accomplished. That ball was smoked right on the line I needed to be. Just a little chip here, and I should have another good birdie left. We got 70 yards. Listening back, I don't love this self-talk. I'm giving myself permission to have doubts about the yardage instead of being laser focused on the shot. I can't get mad at that. It's not a comfortable yardage. That's kind of why I've been mentally today not feeling it. That's 4 holes, 4 times I've had a yardage I don't like. Got to get over that mentally. That's how some days are. And you're not going to make birdies complaining about 70 to 80 yard wedge shots into greens. Let's go. 2 things here. This is where after the round I can add some 70 to 80 yard practice to my to-do list in the Tangent Golf app. I've identified a weak area. Secondly, through 4 holes I've hit 4 greens. Why am I complaining? My expectations are creeping into an uncomfortable territory. I've made 4 straight relatively easy pars, and golf is a game of patience. So far, I'm showing signs of impatience. All right, hole 5, and so far we're birdieless, so digging a bit of a hole that we got to dig out of. We got 165 yards into the wind, pins in the back. I've been working on getting the ball started to the right. It's the hole I normally miss left. Let's see if I can get it started right at the pin. Well, some good and some bad. I sent a good intermediate goal of start line, but I brought my bad tendency into my subconscious. Sure enough, less than committed, I hit the toe ball. Likely in a bunker. That's where I always tend to hit it on this hole. Off to a rough start, mentally for sure. It's amazing, backed up 1 tee, add a little wind, and just not feeling it yet. In real time, I've recognized that my commitment level has changed and I'm struggling to adjust. When in reality, this is the first green I've missed and the entire round is in front of me. I find myself looking for reasons to fail. This lie isn't good enough, it's windy, I'm tired, my body's sore, I'm distracted, I've already missed a short putt. All you can do is reset. Remove the expectation and focus on 1 shot at a time. Literally, that's all you can control. I'm gonna have to make a long putt or this is gonna be my first dropped shot in the Break 66 challenge. That would not be good. Dropping a shot means instead of 6 birdies, I'll need 7. Literally none of that self-talk was productive. This challenge is a great learning experience because while there's clearly an expectation, I'm realizing that focusing on the scoring goal does not help me hit individual golf shots. So close, we're gonna drop a shot here on the 5th. That hole just got deeper. If you focus on what has happened on the previous holes, it makes it very difficult to focus clearly on your next shot. The fact that I'm 1 over through 5 does not change what I need to do on the 6th tee. I'm inadvertently adding pressure to every swing I take. I realize I'm whining, but I don't realize I'm compounding the issue.
All right, all that belly aching stops now. Gotta go real low starting from here on out, starting with a 430-yard par 4. Let's go.
I've realized I got a bad attitude today. I'm trying to solve that, but I'm still focused on scoring goals and escalating expectations and pressure. And it's not helping my C-game golf swing that I've brought to the golf course.
Hard to say that's the tee. That's another just bad swing way to the right. Maybe my body's a little sore, a little tired. I don't know, but have to find something quick. Even after a terrible drive, I only got 131 and I can knock it over these trees. Par golf caddy telling me I got 142. I'm gonna blast a pitching wedge over these trees.
Give yourself permission to hit bad shots. It's unavoidable. If you pick a good target, focus on the shot, and forget about everything else, then you've done everything you can. The rest isn't up to you.
I can tell that I'm tired. My lower body's swaying all over the place. And that's a big miss to the left. We are scrambling. Yikes. Things got hard.
Things got hard. One thing I know about golf is that if you have a poor attitude and you look for reasons for things to start sliding, you'll find them. Missed my target here, and now my ball's on a downslope to an elevated green. I made a bad shot worse. I've compounded mistakes. Now I'm pressing to make a putt from off the green and things are spiraling out of control as that goes well by. Still, I take my time and find a way to bury the bogey putt.
Oh,
Needed that.
it's good.
Big. 2 over through 6 holes is not where I thought I'd be. A little windy, course playing tougher. And my mind game's not quite there, so let's see if we can turn it around. Still not completely out of it, but I can't afford to drop anymore.
Sometimes you're gonna find yourself not where you thought you'd be, but that's letting expectations get in the way of golf.
That was a big putt, if nothing else, to try to gain some momentum, but we're 2 down. I need 9 birdies to get to my goal. Let's start by making 1, and it starts with a good drive.
Now that was a decent reset. While still focused on score, I've realized that all I can do is control this drive. It's time to start stacking up good shots. Lo and behold, I hit a good one, right down the middle. Funny how that works.
I can feel the sore muscles. I'm just not quite getting through the ball. That's in the fairway. All right, this is more like it. We got 45 yards. Legit chance here. Let's go, gotta take advantage.
Oh, I'm right back to expectations. It's a more comfortable yardage for me, but you do set yourself up for disappointment with those expectations.
Pretty good, right behind the flag. Maybe a touch strong, but really good shot. Birdie putt. I need this in a bad way.
Focus on the read and control what you can control.
Let's go. 1 on the board, baby. That's how we bounce back. Tweak, tweak.
It's hard to ignore that I changed my frame of mind on that hole and the result followed. Mind vitamin.
137.
It's not that it will automatically work every time, it's just that the other way just breeds frustration, and frustration does not breed good golf. It's the fake it till you make it mentality. If you keep telling yourself you're great, eventually you'll believe it.
That's not swinging great. That was way out here. All right. This pin was way back here. But that was not a good wedge shot. We got a long putt.
Expectation management is critical. I wanted this closer, but it was not a bad shot. Keep giving myself putts and easy pars and the rest will follow. If you find yourself dissatisfied with even good shots, you got no chance when things go sideways. And they will go sideways. Every round has at least some adversity.
All right, 9th hole, we're still 1 over. This hole's only playing 450 yards, so definitely need a birdie here. Let's go.
Now some of this stuff I'm probably saying just for the camera, as it's not my normal mentality to think about score. I've worked very hard to get away from that line of thinking as it's just not productive.
Yes. We're going. I might eagle this hole, get it to under par on the front, which would be a miracle. Big 330-yard drive, 111 in. Let's get an eagle putt. I love it. This little stock 52.
There's some decent self-talk there, but I can tell you that in this moment I was uncommitted. There's a bunker protecting the front left pin, and with the wind, I just wasn't confident on my club selection. Ball's a little below my feet, and I just totally come out of this swing. I can log this later in my tangent round summary.
Well over the green. Come on, Dallas. Had a good opportunity, and you know the price you pay for that? Downhill, awful line of punt to a tight pin. Oh, we are frustrated.
What did I say earlier? A bad attitude leads to bad luck. This is a really hard shot that I deserve after an awful swing from the fairway. So the key now is to not make this worse. How do I get this on the green and not be greedy? A great shot gets this back into play with a chance to two-putt for par. It'd be way too easy to compound this mistake and leave this in the bunker. And even my shot tracers are acting up a bit today. But statistically, this was a very good shot from that lie. I've given myself a chance, and in that situation, that's all I could ask for. We'll rake the bunker and start the long walk all the way to the front of the green. Coming off the downslope, it was tough to get any spin on that ball, and it rolled all the way off the front where I have a little wedge. I didn't hit this wedge that poorly. I only missed my spot by a foot or two, but it's gobbled up. And now I have quite the tester for par. Somehow, I managed to reset to roll it in and keep the wheels on, even if they are wobbling. That's a 1 over par on the front 9, and while nowhere near the goal, it could have been worse. I'm blocking every drive to the right, and I'm just not striking it well.
I played the whole front 9 with one ball, which must have been defective. So we're gonna start the back 9 with a new ball, see how low we can go. Obviously I need to shoot 8 under on this side, which is gonna be a little extreme.
Well, you can't call me a quitter. I'm still focused on scoring goals, which, barring some miracle, ain't gonna happen. Stick around though, still got some lessons to learn and some unexpected golf shots like that one.
Just pump that straight in the woods. Some days it's just not there.
After a thorough search in the woods, my ball is gone. That's a penalty to start the back 9, just like we drew it up. This is starting to get painful.
Oh, and one hopped it over. Ouch. We're bleeding. Literally. We're bleeding.
Painful. I don't suggest going that deep in the woods, but if that doesn't deserve a like on this video, I don't know what does. I flushed that wedge and one hopped it over the green, but after a touch of class, it's a pretty easy putt for bogey. I'm giving it all, my blood, sweat, and soon to be tears. The important thing is to keep a positive outlook, set a new goal, and hit one shot at a time, as you hit that like button.
143 into the wind. I'm gonna hit a 9-iron after another bogey. There's a lesson to be learned here. I didn't put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I've been distracted. My body's a little tired, made some bad decisions, and it doesn't take much to get way off.
So there you have it, a list of excuses for poor play. Without a proper reset, things can snowball. I've let one thing turn into 10 things on this particular day. That is being result-oriented instead of process-oriented.
Toe and left. Which means 30 feet instead of 10.
There are definitely some swing mechanic things that are persistent in this round. Everything has been on the toe, and I've yet to correct it. This is where tracking impact location in an app like Tangent can clue you into tendencies.
But it's an easy par. And those have been hard to come by today. One of the few short par 4s from this tee box, 280. Let's knock it on.
Simply standing closer to the ball or staying down in it, my ball striking likely improves. With a tired body, I'm hitting the toe of the club. I mentioned earlier in the round that I could feel my body swaying in the swing. Noted. In real time, it's hard to piece these things together, but capturing the data with Tangent opens my eyes to what went wrong.
That might be long. Needs to get down to stay short of the lake.
That was a good drive with an unfortunate result to go over the green. One of these days. I decided to go high, and a mediocre pitch shot leaves me a long way in. This is usually a hole I play quite well, and a good lag ensures an easy 2-putt par. For those of you counting at home, I have 18 shots to play 6 holes. It's getting late early, and with it looking bleak, I've had much less to say. I've gone quiet. This 13th hole has a lake to the left, but plenty of room to the right. It's time to get back on the horse.
That's wet. 95.
Early on in this round, I was blocking every drive, but that's 2 of the last 3 that have been quick and left. A two-way miss is never good. So it's another penalty stroke and a wedge from the side hill rough lie. I can't remember the last time I had multiple penalties at Pecan Hollow. This is a round to forget, but also one to learn from. And just when you feel down on your luck, when golf has kicked you in the teeth, it finds a way of pulling you right back in.
Now we're talking. Let's go.
I love to hate this game. It's not going to get me to 66, but it allows me to keep plotting and set a new goal of just trying to break 71 as we move towards the par 3 14th.
All right, we got 176 yards. That chip in was big just to kind of try to get some momentum, see if we can make some birdies these last couple holes. 65 is out of reach, but see how low we can go. That experience will help me next time.
Even in real time, that's a grounded thought process. Identify a new goal, accept where you're at, and move on. That's literally all you can do. Focusing on the past will not help me play any better in this round.
I was trying to do. Little on the toe side still, but that's a pretty good shot. We'll have a look at birdie.
It's one of the closer looks I've had today, and that never leaves the cup. If you're taking notes, that is the second time this round I've done a full mental reset, and I immediately birdied the next hole both times. Not saying it's a guaranteed birdie, but mindset matters. Focusing on the shot at hand is always a good formula.
That birdie was big. Gets me back to even par, so I guess all's not lost. Let's see if I can at least break the course rating and get an under par differential. That'd be good.
Now, even with a healthy outlook, bad shots happen. It's not a cure-all.
That just went off a tree into the hazard. Clearly I'm tired. Not ideal, but drives. Get what you get, don't you?
I'm battling, grinding, not quitting.
Yeah. Hard to do a lot better. Swing is not here today. Do the best we can, see if we can get it under par. Under differential.
This healthy outlook is something I constantly work on, and it does take work. I used to get way too angry on the course, and occasionally I still do. What a dreadful chip. It's rare that I find myself in this much of a funk, but it happens to the best of us, and I'm not hiding with just good golf on this channel. The next chip is better, good enough to roll in the putt with a wedge, but that's another bogey and another drop shot.
Game is brutal. Get it back to even, give it right back to 1-0. Just don't quite have it today.
The focus, the swing, it's all in tatters. Yet somehow I'm right around even par from these tees.
Alright, still got a chance at a negative differential. It's been a challenge today. Golf swing's not all there.
I don't get to play a ton of golf, and it's easy to get real upset when a rare round goes a way you didn't expect, but that's golf. If we knew the result, it wouldn't be so great. We'd get bored. It's these challenges that make the highs better.
Another bad lie.
After another blocked drive. This is army golf at this point. Left, 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 right, left. And that's right in the bunker.
Right in the bunker. Did not come off cleanly. Scrambling again.
Tough lie in the bunker here. One bad shot leads to another, and I can only chunk this onto the green and manage a weak 2-putt for another bogey to go 2 over. And as I get to the next tee box, I've hit my 66th shot, and this challenge is over. I made it to 17T before I ran out of shots. If you've stuck around this long, I truly appreciate it. I hope you get something out of my thoughts. My game is always a work in progress. There's beauty in evaluating even the bad. I'm always trying to learn so that these type of rounds where it all feels hopeless become fewer and further between. Just in case you were curious, I end up shooting 73 in this round. Not terrible, but from these tees I should have played better, and obviously my swing was all over the place. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's improve together.